Swear life ain't fair. Swear it ain't fair, dog. Life ain't fair. Ain't fair to me, dog. Can't even walk in the rain. Rest in peace, Trayvon. Rest in peace, Trayvon. Let mom know we feel the pain. Life ain't fair. We should start a billion man march. Life ain't fair. Let them know we still got hard. I swear life ain't fair. And the whistle ain't no reason to be killed. Rest in peace, Trayvon. Give him a love to Emmett Till. 300 years, we still fighting for a right. Back against the wall, now we fighting for a life. Police profiling, that ain't nothing new. They the only one the government do it to. Everybody want money. Ain't nobody living. Everybody want something. Ain't nobody giving. Malcolm X got shot. Jose kept marching. Walks through border, didn't care. Kept charge. They can't run us out of town. Dr. King had a dream. Obama wrote it down. Life ain't fair. Ain't fair to me, dog. Can't even walk in the rain. Rest in peace, Trayvon. Rest in peace, Trayvon. Let mom know we feel the pain. Life ain't fair. We should start a billion man march. Life ain't fair. Let them know we still got hard. I swear life ain't fair.
The hizzle for shizzle bizzle. We got another excellent show here today. But before I get started, I want to introduce the guest to my right. Brother, introduce yourself to the
Sosa. To everybody.
Sosa. Okay, all right. Tell me what you do, Sosa.
I do work as a music engineer.
All right.
Producer.
Yeah, I like that track.
Flow Money Entertainment.
Okay, good. And
DC Young Hot.
all right. And to your right, to his right.
PC Young Hot, Flow Money Entertainment, Sign Yourself, you know.
That's what's up, man.
Right now, I got Trapper verse rappers going on right now.
All right.
Hosting scores every Friday night.
That score way down on
West Chop.
it was a chapel. Oh man, I'm right down the street.
You
I'm about to come through, man. So that what nights is that?
Every Friday.
Every Friday. I'm there, man. What time?
You can get that around anytime after 10. Me and Chocolate hosting it.
At 10. Okay, I'm there, right near that Kroger. Okay.
Exactly.
And to his right, we got
Prince Zebekiah.
All right, how you doing, Prince?
Sean, how you been, my brother?
Yes, man. It's good to have you back on the arena.
Yeah, been away for a minute, but
I know. Well, man, this show we've been taking a hiatus because they've been shooting. But anyway, let's get down to business because since I've been away, we had this trial down in Florida. George Zimmerman. He got off with second-degree murdering of the child by the name of Trayvon Martin.
Trayvon.
So which one of you gentlemen want to tackle this first here?
It don't matter, man. I mean,
Okay, let's get to it.
we got some injustice, man. We need some justice, man.
What kind of justice do we need?
We need some justice, man. We need to balance these laws, make them work for everybody.
Okay.
Not just a certain amount of people. We need to balance these laws and make them work for everybody.
So you mean the stand your ground law? Like I think there was a lady who shot up in the air. Her husband was being abusive towards her. So she shot up in the air and she claimed standing her ground. And they gave her 20 years. Same prosecutor.
20 years?
Or was it 10? 20? She basically she didn't walk like George Zimmerman did. I mean, just saying,
So she get 20 years, and Zimmerman get to go free.
He gets to walk.
I mean, she didn't hit him. She didn't shoot at
She
him.
shot up in the air and said she's standing her ground.
And
the
she
jury
gets
guilty.
20 years.
I think it's 10 or 20. I don't know. She got some time.
And Zimmerman kills my brother and go home.
He gets to go home. Get the ankle braces snipped off there, and get to walk on home.
Wow.
Drink a glass of Kool-Aid and
Wow.
put a pork chop on the grill and kick back and kick up his feet and I mean, well,
It's unbelievable.
Feel like the sisters all over.
wait, how's that unbelievable?
Well, actually, it is pretty much believable.
Why is it believable?
Well, I guess I would say due to the fact that, I mean, when you turn on your news every day,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? What do you see?
I see violence. I see people being killed.
And the more you see it, the more you
Nah,
think you can get away with it, right?
Right, but they're becoming more sophisticated with the killing now, with these drones,
Oh, yeah.
But
Don't want to forget about those drones.
yeah, don't forget about the drones.
Got drones?
U.S. drones.
Yeah,
Explain that a little bit with drones.
Androids.
drones are little robot airplanes that they control, zap people with like missiles and
So basically, I can have a remote control
like
car
PlayStation, yeah.
and just drive it and drop a bomb on you.
Drop a bomb on it, boom, go right on it.
Where we buy them at?
The police, well, I guess we got to get in line.
I want one.
Right, the police.
I got a couple of people I want to drop the bomb on.
Well, you got to stand in line because the United States government and police, they want to bounce people too. So, I guess, they
So,
find
the
all
government dropping bombs on us.
the government, the police, the local police,
Hey, man.
so they want to, they want in on the action,
Wow. Wow.
so, Prince, what,
My take?
yeah, what's your take? We getting warmed up here.
My take is this. Laws that have been created in this country
Right,
from the beginning of their creation were against a segment of people,
that's right.
okay? The slaves that were brought here were introduced to laws and rules that have been harmful to them. They've had no release or no justice at all.
Right,
So when we look at the whole formulation of the laws taken of the country, okay,
okay,
from the Aborigines, was a violation of a right law, we would say right justice,
right.
okay?
Yeah,
How do you come in and take a man's land?
Well, you're talking about the doctrine of discovery.
Well,
I mean, as long as we're Christians, you wouldn't discover this land. Those people you talking about, they weren't Christians.
well, let's think about it.
They were savages.
But they came in the name of Christianity.
That's right. In the name of Jesus,
In the
which
name
is
of
also the name of the first slave ship.
Right.
Go ahead.
So when we begin to understand this, and we go back to study a little bit, which requires studying, requires recognizing that there's something wrong,
Okay.
and searching to find out what you can find that determines what's right. And to the best of my knowledge, I've done a lot of studying throughout the years that I've been on this earth. I ain't gonna give you my age, but
That's fine.
when you started off going to school, see, we were programmed wrong.
Right.
They started beginning controlling our mind in kindergarten,
Right.
okay?
What you
Who
mean?
told you you had to go to school
Well,
when you were being originally trained at home? Now you got to go to school, and they start taking over your mind in kindergarten. Well, now it's preschool. That's before kindergarten.
right. That's right.
So a child, somebody being born, is programmed to a system that they want you to survive by and to live within its confines. And as I look at it, here's a little young baby just got into the earth, should be joyously enjoying life until he gets at least 12. When he begins to be passed into manhood, he's being controlled, right, by a system that says you got to go to school and learn injustice, all right, claiming it to be justice. So there's a problem here from the beginning. For a long time, they talk about us being 3/5 of a man,
Right.
okay? When the slaves were released, remember before, they didn't go to school, but when they started developing the school system,
Right.
they were forced to have to go to school. Now it's to the point they can arrest you if you don't send your child to school.
That's right. I was talking with the gentleman earlier, and you know, because we talked about education, and we talked about how, you know, because basically we're saying the same thing as the elder, that schools are not teaching us. So I was like, you know, I appreciate y'all making the song about Trayvon, you know, because I think, but which they have a control on hip hop too, though. But I think the music can be a form of education, of liberating.
Exactly. Like I was telling you before, I had out of 10 of my friends,
Right.
probably 3 to 4 at the most even know about Willie Lynch.
Right.
I asked them, you know who Willie Lynch is? Who is Willie Lynch?
Well, how'd you learn about Willie Lynch?
How I learned about Willie Lynch?
Yeah.
I read. I'm thirsty for knowledge. I want to learn.
Okay.
I want to know. I want to know. So I'm thirsty for knowledge. Well, how I come across it?
Yeah, because I mean, there are thousands, millions of books out there, you know.
I was at an African shop and I seen the Jim Crow. I seen, you know, like they have like pamphlets, like they said, yeah. I seen Jim Crow. I seen Willie Lynch, and when I started reading.
Right.
And when I read it, it really touched on me, man. It really touched on me.
Okay.
I looked around and everything that was on that letter, I found myself living it.
Oh wow.
I found myself, I had a lot of answers coming up, you know, but that really just gave me an understanding on why we do what we do.
So let's look at this jury, you know, because, you know, Prince, you know, he's touching on the point, you're touching on the point, because, and I'm sure Prince would agree with me, that jury, you know, we talked about how you said they were like in the movie.
Like it was just reading off a piece of paper, man.
I mean, they went by the jury, but at the end of the day, you're supposed to be judged by jury or peers.
Mm-hmm. Right.
5, 6 white women's, Latino, whatever she was.
Right.
They don't know how we live. They don't understand. And to understand, they got to go get a movie, a book, or something like that. But actually understanding how we live and where we, you feel me, where we come from, that wasn't a jury of my peers. Might have been a Zimmerman's peers.
That's
But
a good point, right.
it went a jury of Trayvon's peers.
Well, so one can argue and say, well, it wasn't Trayvon on trial, it was Zimmerman. And Zimmerman can argue and say that was his peers.
He took Trayvon's voice.
Right.
When he did what he did, he took his voice.
Right.
You see, it was an inconvenience for him. But it ain't no inconvenience for Mrs. Martin and Mr. Martin.
Right. Well, I mean, and this is why I didn't really. Oh man, this is really deep, because Trayvon Martin's parents, I remember they said, and after they said this, I was like, I'm gonna let it go. They said, we're gonna leave our faith in the justice system. Once they said that, I said, I'm done. I couldn't.
What could you say?
You know, yeah, when they said that, I was just, to me,
Because
I'm
the
just
justice-
it was a slap in my face. I said, man, I said, man, don't they know what they're getting into? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So when they said that, I said, I'm gonna leave that whole thing alone. But
They like the average person. The
That's been trained
government,
like Gideon.
the government's supposed to have their back. That's what they thinking. The law enforcement is supposed to have their back. But you got the detective saying that Zimmerman was telling the truth. So he believed Zimmerman was telling the truth. That's law enforcement. That's who she put her trust in.
Right, because they train at the police.
That's who they put their trust in.
Right, so we have a different perspective of the police.
Yeah,
basically.
it worked.
Right,
It worked two ways. It worked two ways. It don't work one way. It worked two ways. It worked two ways. On my way to Comcast, I'm worried about the police.
Dang, I feel
And
you.
I got driver license and everything. I'm fully legit.
What you worried about?
I don't even know, man. I just been
Right,
worried
just-
so long.
okay.
It's just automatically worried.
DNA. Oh man.
It's the set of intimidation that's left out here.
Well, if that's what it is, then it worked. Whatever they did, whatever they been doing, it's working.
Well, speak on that, Elder.
You know, I look at the Okay, let's go back to World War II.
Okay. Oh, the Nazis.
Soldiers, I'm talking about the soldiers, black soldiers who went into the army, and they went overseas, putting their lives on the line,
Yes.
going up against odds and stuff that they couldn't even imagine. And they got through that.
Yeah, they did.
Now they came back to their land that they put their lives on the line for. When they got back here, right, they were considered less than 3/5 of a man.
Oh, much like Vietnam.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So-
much like Korea.
So when we begin to look at this, we're seeing there's injustices being created all the way up and down the spectrum. So how could you put faith in a system that's been unjust to us from the time we hit these shores? But our people, through teachings of religions and stuff, to hold on, and neither one of them connecting up with the power that I deem to be right, which is the creator of heaven and earth. Nobody's connected with the creator of heaven and earth. Now,
Okay, well, since you bring that up, 'cause you know I'm
I know
challenging you
you-
on that.
I know. I'm waiting.
Let's look at Egypt.
Okay.
You know, let's look at Hosni Mubarak, who was a secular, government who ruled Egypt for, I don't know, I want to say since the 70s. And then we got Muhammad Morsi with the Muslim Brotherhood.
Okay.
Now, the Muslim Brotherhood has said they were all for Allah, They wanted a theocratic government, much like yourself and Gideon. I know y'all believe in a theocracy.
Okay.
And the people because you had some secular people, some atheists, you had Christians there, non-Muslims, and they saying, wait, hold up. You know what I'm saying? We don't share Sharia law with y'all. The Sharia law is kind of rough, you know what I'm saying? So when you talk about God
Okay.
or Allah, there's always a set laws that come with that. And there's a set of people that may not necessarily say, look,
Well,
how do you put checks and balances to God? Because they say don't question God, right?
let's look at this.
Okay.
According to my understanding,
Okay.
we talk about a story of a place called Egypt, as you just mentioned.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And, it's odd that today we challenge that to say, well, hey, the children of Israel were never in Egypt, okay? Or never were under the conditions that was wrote about. But
Okay.
the thing that strikes me odd, that here, 2013, I can go to a book that tells me a story about what happened during those days, and I can look to that story and find that in that information, it gives a description of us today, okay, in two particular places,
Okay.
all right? So I scratch my head when let me...
Mike, I'm glad I'm scratching my head too, because I'm thinking about some
Course.
periods of
Right,
time,
so
Earth's history
in
too.
the period of times of history,
Okay.
if we went to what I call two books,
Okay.
one is the book of Leviticus, the other is the book of Deuteronomy.
Okay.
If you turn to the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy, it talks about conditions,
Right.
agreements, justice system, true justice system, to my understanding.
Okay.
And there's agreement made there that if you do all the things that this power is asking you to do, that certain good things would happen to you. But then it goes to explain more about the bad things that would happen to you if you disobey it.
much like Sharia law.
Yeah. So
And that's
when
why
we,
I guess
when
the
we,
people in Egypt, that's why they overthrew it, because it's like, there's these set laws, and
But
in
the-
theory, it
in
sounds
theory,
good, but,
but let's wait.
okay.
Okay. Throughout the country or throughout the earth, there are people, right, that are known by their identity, which is if I'm in America and I come from English background, where do they say I come from?
America. Yeah,
Where
they
do they say I'm in America now, and I have English background? Where do they say I come from?
Africa.
England.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If I came from France, they would say I came from France or Franks, right? And as we go back into this training of division of lands and association, here, every country, or every country, gives us this definition of a people that came from that country.
Okay.
Okay, you got Italians, come from where? Italy.
All right.
You got Chinese, come from China. There's no place where there's Negro land.
Nope.
No, but there's a
No
place.
country.
There's place, a continent called Africa.
Yes.
They don't know us.
What? Let me hold on.
I'm gonna deal with it.
Let's
Deal with it.
deal with it.
A conscience.
Oh, because I wanna, because wait, hold on. I wanna come back to that because I wanna deal with some solutions as far as Trayvon, and I know earlier, and I wanna come back to that, but right now I wanna get grounded back on because he mentioned boycott. Like, let's talk about Christmas. I said we need to boycott Christmas. Hit the folks in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? We talked about banning football because, Stevie Wonder said, you know what, I'm not playing down here no more. And so I think we get black people, because first of all, we said Christmas, but the kids ain't going for
The
that.
kids are not going for Christmas. You boycott Christmas, you gonna get boycotted.
Right.
Tomorrow.
Right, and he said, you said because if we boycott it, the kids, they gonna rebel against the
They
parents.
not gonna have it.
But us being men, we can boycott the football.
Yeah, we
and
can
the
do that.
basketball.
Yeah, we
Now
can
you
do
guys are like football, basketball fans,
I
right?
love it.
Are you willing to make that sacrifice?
I do it in a heartbeat.
Okay.
I sacrifice it in a heartbeat.
Okay. That's coming from the youth. Willing to sacrifice. I mean, that's we can put that on the table.
We got bigger problems though.
I mean, we got bigger problems, but this is just me. Y'all, you can come in and disagree, but I think the best way to hit these people is in their pockets.
True, I believe that.
I believe they will move a mountain.
See, when you talk about, okay, we're going to choose the date,
Okay.
right? Why don't we choose putting our guns away?
We can't
Why?
because they got too many. They buying them all up.
Yeah, because if I'm
They
not,
buying guns like they know it's something to go down.
yep,
So if we put our guns up and something go down,
we sitting ducks.
Well, that's one of the reasons why when I talk to people, I have to, it's sort of like trying to bring people to understand there's a power greater than the gun. First, the power that's greater than the gun is your relationship with each other. It's greater than the gun.
Right.
Even beyond that, I look to a higher power who definitely can do things without the gun. Now,
There's some people that don't believe that, though.
there's quite a few people that don't believe
There's
it.
a lot of people that don't
They
believe
don't
that.
believe it.
You know what I'm saying?
But-
So you got to look at, let's look at Russia. They don't believe that.
Yeah,
One of
but-
the strongest countries in the world, China. They don't believe that. Neither
But
does
now
Cuba.
let's look
Neither
at
does
this.
Venezuela.
But let's
Neither
look at
does
this.
Chile.
Where's the first place that you hear Russia at
What do you mean?
in your reading of history?
AK-47,
Where's the
Russian
first?
Kalashnikov. That's what I think about Russia. That's the first thing.
That's first thing. That's what I think about the
AK-47,
About
that-
the tanks,
Yeah.
AK-47s,
Yeah.
the dang
Well, what do you hear
RPGs.
of Russia as a people?
I think of them as warriors.
Reading history.
Reading history, they're like warriors. And same with the Chinese. They have a war.
And
They have a
the Chinese were also warriors.
yeah, and they
Okay.
still are. Nothing's changed.
But now, when you go back into their archives and start tracing their historical identification, because see, one of our problems here is the lack of identity. Okay.
I disagree. Again.
Well, let's look at this.
Okay.
Any people, you train your children, and you raise your children to be as you. In this society, our children are not being reared with the value of principles that give you a sense of direction. I mean, just look at Chicago.
That's when I said we got a bigger problem, That's what I meant.
Oh, break that down. Break that down.
What I mean by we got a bigger problem. The only thing we outpopulate is jail. You can do your math. Do your math. Do your math.
Right.
We've been over here 360 some plus years.
Right.
It's more Mexicans over here than it is us. If you lock us up, we can't reproduce. If you make it all about, if you make kids all about money, then black women are not gonna have kids. My grandma had 13 kids.
Right.
My mama was the 7th one. I don't know a black girl that got 7 kids right now. Not even probably more than 5. Right. So if my grandma thought like these women think today, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sitting right here. It's about money. Make it about money and suppress the black man. Suppress them. We can't make kids in jail.
Okay, you know what? He just said it's about money now. Now, you have some organizations there that they talking about boycotting, because I think you're right, it is about the money.
It is about
and
money.
I think we need to, bottom line, we need to hit these folks in the pocket. Because me personally, I'm talking about revolution, but everybody want to go for that. You know what I'm saying? I know. So I think as a common ground, right, as a smart strategy, I think we need to hit these. Let's name some of these companies.
Well, we got let's talk about. We're gonna.
These companies did what? What are these companies?
Oh, these are the companies that invested in Zimmerman's defense.
Okay. Let's find out who they are. Let's go.
First, we have number one. We got Angel Soft toilet paper. Okay.
Angel Soft
toilet paper. I just used.
So they help pay for Zimmerman.
Yes.
Okay, write them off.
Okay.
Okay.
Them
We
off.
got
No
Angel
more of my
Soft.
money.
No more.
Okay.
We got Brownie.
Brownie?
Paper towels.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
We got Brownie
okay.
paper towels.
Oh, gotta write them off.
Write them off. All right.
Okay.
Okay, this one y'all at least gonna expect right here. We got Dixie plates, bowls, napkins, and the cups.
Dick hole.
Okay. Let's keep rolling.
I grew up on that.
Dixie. Come on,
rolling.
man.
Keep
Dixie.
rolling. All right.
We got Mardi Gras napkins and paper towel.
Okay.
We got quilted northern toilet paper.
Quilted Northern toilet paper. Okay.
We got soft and gentle toilet paper.
Okay.
He know a lot of people with paper, don't he?
Yeah.
Sparkle napkins, paper towels.
Okay.
And I actually used some of them the other day. Vanity Fair napkins. I never actually heard of those.
Okay, but
Vanity Fair napkins.
we heard of them
Well,
today.
I know
I know somebody out there using them.
Okay.
Somebody using them though.
Okay, so what I'm saying is we knock all these people out financially. We knock out the NBA.
We can't knock them out financially. We just let
Why
them
we
know
can't?
that.
Why we can't?
Nah, we just let them know.
Why we can't?
They rolling with them. This how we rolling.
Yeah, we saying we know.
I don't want to
I'm
use
saying-
this no more.
No, I'm saying, unless they change the laws, well, that's
I'm pretty much set in stone. I would never use these
Okay, I'm
items.
with
I
you.
would. I
I'm
don't
with you.
care if I will wipe my behind with some leaves
I'm with you.
before I use this.
I'm with you.
Right. It's pretty much over for everybody who
Okay,
wants
so
to
I'm
pay for
with
it. It's pretty much over with for
All right,
them.
so I'm with you on that. So what about earlier? We talked about the NBA and the
They scary.
NFL.
They scary.
Yeah, but we love sports, right?
Yeah, I love sports.
Okay, so if we're not buying,
What you really need to do with that list is find out how many of those companies are owned by one family,
person.
one
Yeah.
nation.
I was thinking
Well,
about
let's do
that.
that.
We need to get to
I
the
was
bottom of
thinking
that
about
list.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all help Zimmerman. We gon'
I know
see
the
what we
Koch
can do.
brothers, They help too, but yeah.
The Koch brothers?
Right. The Koch brothers, yeah.
Coca-Cola?
No, they're Koch brothers. They.
Woo! I didn't want to start drinking Coca-Cola. I love my Sprite now.
No, the Koch brothers. They you have to.
I need the Sprite.
They're two brothers. They just call them the Koch brothers, but
Okay.
they help fund his
Coca-Cola,
they own a lot of stock in a lot of companies, but yeah, these people right here, we definitely need to.
Oh, it's over with for them.
Done, right.
Done.
So we need to spread the word. We need
Done.
to put it in the music.
Done.
Put the word on the street, grassroots.
Done.
Do them in. But let's get back to the NFL and the NBA. Now, we understand that it was like we got a lot of black athletes that make their living. We understand that. But if we as a consumer don't go to the games, then they put the pressure. It's about pressure. it's not forever. It just, you know what I'm saying, until we, because you make a movie, make a song about the Jews and see what happens.
Okay. You only
Make
live
a song
once,
about
man.
gays and see what happens.
You only live once.
No, but what I'm saying is that these communities gonna put pressure.
Yeah.
They gonna blacklist you. Now, there's a guy, in fact, y'all probably familiar with it. His name is, he's a rapper from Oakland. He came out here to LA, Bigger Figure.
Bigger figure.
Yep.
JT
he,
Big, yeah.
You know why he came to Atlanta?
Why?
Because they blacklisted him. Because he went out, they funded him some money, right? Mm-hmm. And they said, you know what, we want to buy your label out, because he had all these artists from Oakland. He had about like 12 artists. He said, but the contract stated, we just wanted to buy your company, and they assuming once we buy his label, we're gonna have all these artists. What he did was got all his artists except for 2 and started another label. And so they bought the old label. So they like, you know what I'm saying? He honored the contract, but he played them.
Yeah.
So they blacklisted him. So that's all I'm saying. They put the pressure on him. So now he got the hustle. You see him everywhere in Atlanta. They been in billboards. I see one guy walking up cars selling CDs, but because they put the pressure on him.
They probably, if an athlete come out and they gonna put the pressure on him too.
But I'm saying we can put the same pressure. The
But-
largest spending dollar in the United States during Christmas and Thanksgiving are black dollars.
Yeah.
It's us.
Well, they probably
Your
why they call it
kids-
Black Friday, huh?
And it's good.
That's probably why they call it Black Friday. Huh?
It's good for me that I hear young people talking like you're talking.
Right.
See, because that means you're thinking.
That's right.
And so I can maybe sit down now and say, well, I know we're gonna reach our mark.
Let's go.
Right. It's about prime pressure. Right.
Let's go.
The idea, see, first of all, one of the things that destroys us, you went back to Willie Lynch, was the division.
That's right.
Because we got intelligent people in all phases of life, but we're not connected. So a force, what I've seen in the whole thing about Zimmerman, I see our people coming together, but see, we only come together as reactionaries, and rather than as a prolonged or an aim to change conditions. See, we should begin to start out like that. Now they got to respect you because they know your dollars. They can't eat if you don't buy.
What we're doing, we legally robbing them.
No.
Legally
no.
robbing. What?
No.
All right, well, explain.
I hate the bushy bubble.
Explain. Let me hear it.
We would never be able to hit them in the pockets.
So you mean to tell me that no matter what, even if you decide to concert, you're not gonna go to the football games, that you just can't do it. Is that
Just
what you're
can't
telling me?
do it
Why you can't do it?
because. Here
Why-
we go.
why you can't do it? Let's start with you.
Let's talk about stats.
To me, the rappers.
Let's talk about stats, baby. Let's talk about
Let's do
stats.
it.
Let's talk about money stats.
Let's okay. You know what? Let's start. Let's start right here. You guys are rappers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are rappers. You guys are black males, right?
Right.
Okay. So you guys are basically the voice.
We got word. We got a voice.
We got a voice.
But-
So you control that.
Yeah.
So why are you saying that it won't work?
Because-
as a black man, you telling me.
I'm trying to break
forget
it
the
down
white
to you.
people, forget the Chinese. We black men.
Let me
Tell
break it
me
down.
why it won't work.
You want me to break it down?
Yeah, break it down.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm sitting here.
Let's see how you're thinking.
Yeah.
We got 100%, and it's 100%. We're starting with 100%.
Okay.
Out of
Wait,
100% of the wealth in the United States, blacks make up 2%. Do your math, buddy.
Okay, that's fine.
That mean. Hold on. That
Okay.
mean
I got something for that.
Bill Gates
Uh-huh.
and the guy who created Orca
Okay.
have more money than every black person you don't ever laid your eyes on
Okay.
put together.
Okay.
You follow me?
I'm following you. Yeah.
The Arabs have like 38%, 38% of the revenue of the money coming to America.
Right. So what you're saying, right?
It's about the dollars.
Okay, that's
2%. We can do without 2%.
Okay, I'm about to do the math right back on you, bro.
Okay, come
I'm
on
about
with
to do
it.
it right back on you. So you're saying that 1% owns 99% of the wealth, right? And
No.
99%. Okay, 2%.
Okay.
Let's just say 2%.
2%.
2%.
We make up 2% of the wealth in the United States, blacks.
Okay. Stop right there.
That's what we bring to the table.
Okay, stop right there.
Okay.
What is a percentage of this wealth? Throw me a number. Throw me a number.
Of the money?
The rich, the fat cats.
The fat cats?
The
We're
ones
talking
about-
trillionaires.
Yeah, what's their percentage?
I don't know one black trillionaire.
Just throw a number out.
How many trillionaires?
No,
Probably,
just it don't have to be black.
probably
Just-
100 trillionaires.
Okay, 100 trillionaires, but you got, so that's 1% of the world's population, and the rest, 99%, is working poor, right?
No.
What?
No, I said 38. You got 38% trillionaires too, but they Arabs.
Okay, but you miss. Okay, let me explain something. I'm just gonna break it down. In order for these corporations to function, in order for these billionaires to get rich, you have to have labor.
Exactly.
Okay.
The
And without
Mexicans is
labor-
doing that.
Without labor, Mexicans they not happy about Trayvon Martin either. Okay,
Hold
you got
on.
white people. So let me
Okay,
say
go
what I'm
ahead,
saying.
go.
So you got 99%. You got 1% that got all the wealth, but 99% is the labor, the wheels to produce that wealth. So if you stop them wheels, guess what? You get a flat tire, your car ain't going nowhere. You the driver now, but it ain't going nowhere.
But that you see.
So that's what I'm saying. The power lies in your hand. That's why I talked about jury nullification. When that jury talked about, oh, well, the judge gave us instructions. Okay, but see, they didn't educate themselves on real law because the jury has more power than the judge. Let me say it again. The jury can, what they call jury nullification, meaning the judge can give us all instructions right now. By the law, you got to go by these instructions. And we can say, you know what? That don't make no sense. You know what? That dude, George Zimmerman, guilty. Let's hang him. And guess what? He's hung. Because we got the power. So if we as black men say, you know what? I'm not going to the football games that makes billions and trillions of dollars until they put pressure on Florida, put pressure on the United States federal government to goddamn lynch George Zimmerman. They will do it for the dollar. Oh, they will. They will do it. You hit them hard enough, they will lynch that man live on TV. I'm telling you what I know. If they didn't chase down people like Edward Snowden, Julian Assange, bomb people in Philadelphia on live national television, kill Oscar Grant, oh, trust me, if the pockets hurt enough, they will snatch that man up in a heartbeat.
We can't
Trust
hurt
me
that
when I
pocket
tell you.
unless the athletes are on the same page.
Well, let me say this. Black men, black people, black women can hurt their pockets. Again, let me say this because we are the biggest consumers in the nation. So it is impossible for you to sit there and tell me that we can't hurt their pockets. Oh, yes, we can. That's why they spend billions and trillions of dollars on advertisement, billions and trillions of dollars on video games, and billions and trillions of dollars on what? Rap music. Don't tell me we can't stop these people. Yes, we can.
We got a voice. We got a voice.
We got power.
And it's good.
It's the division, man. I'm trying to tell you. That
Everybody I know.
We all agree that Trayvon Martin was murdered. A child was murdered by a grown man. So we're not divided. I mean,
No, I ain't talking
We're
about
not
that.
divided. on
Everybody
No,
with
no, no,
power
right,
that
right,
look
right,
like me
right,
are
right.
dead.
So what I'm saying is that we as a people, right now, we can agree. See, we're not agreeing that we got power. What I'm saying as a black man,
I
we
just
got
want to know
power.
where the power. I just want to
The
know
power
where.
is I have the power to say I'm not going to that football game. Even though I love football, I'm not going. Now imagine like Stevie Wonder. You know how many billions, or I'm just gonna say
People
thousands of
go,
dollars
yeah,
that's gonna really hurt them. That's gonna and then when Stevie Wonder said it, then Bruce Springsteen, the white guy, said it. Now how many artists you imagine that's gonna affect? That's gonna be a domino effect. And the music industry, come on, it's $1 billion industry. So if you got rap, you got rock and roll, you got I don't know, soul, R&B, jazz, whatever. Just stopping that, people gotta have music. You about to drive folks crazy.
But they
ain't
really don't
coming
buy our
down.
music.
Huh?
They buy our music, but
But you got a voice in the music.
yeah.
See, what he's talking about is if you sit down and you view the picture, right? You talk about it. You encourage it. Now people are walking around, they're trying to think and find some solution. It's on everybody's mind on both sides of the track.
I'm young and coming up, I seen everybody that looked like me with the same color skin. Every time they stood up and tried to stand up, bang.
But
No. Well, that was
Over.
my way. No.
It was over.
My
With.
way.
You talking about his way.
That's talking about my way.
I'm talking
about a new strategy. I'm talking about it's not against the law not to spend on money. It's not illegal for you not to go to a football game. That's why I asked you. You said I can't. There's no law saying if you don't go to an NFL football game or NBA game, we're gonna lock you up. Not yet, anyway. But it's not illegal. You have that power. They don't. They want your dollars.
You have that power not to go in and buy a cigarette.
Right. No Skittles, no iced tea. You have that power. And if black people, I'm about to hit y'all below the gut. You know we can stop the drug trade, the marijuana, just by stop smoking it.
Well, that's gonna be kind of hard. It's gonna be hard.
Why is it gonna be hard?
Because
we
the one that's stressing.
I'm stressing, but
I'm saying
right.
we the one that
just part of the pressure. Sorry, so
we're on a small scale when it comes to that. They consume more drugs than we do.
Yes,
I agree, but
harder drugs.
Okay, but listen to what I'm saying.
Their first drug choice is crack.
Right, but it's like how the editor said earlier. There's two different laws here. See, they bring in the marijuana just to get you violated on probation and parole because we know you niggers like smoke the weed there. But that's a guarantee. We're going to some incarcerate y'all. It's a guarantee way, because you talk about stats. You know the number one incarcerated for black males is not a new crime, marijuana.
It's marijuana.
He already knows it.
I seen it. I looked at
the recidivism rate for probation violation, parole violation is not murder, is not rape, is not cocaine, it's marijuana. So you know what? Keep smoking that marijuana there, boy. Because we got facilities all over the United States. So that's all I'm saying. We have the power to stop that. Dead in its tracks. But what brothers and sisters be saying, I ain't gonna quit smoking my weed, man. And that's what they want. We gotta look at this as a battle strategy. We gotta be warriors.
We'll get them better if we stop drinking their alcohol.
Yeah.
That's a start.
That's the start too.
That's the start. That's the number. Because you can grow that. Let's be honest. The only reason they like legal is because they can't tax it. You can grow that. But this alcohol,
it's legal.
This alcohol, we are the biggest consumers of alcohol.
Listen, anything, we could do 4 or 5 different things if people would stop to think. You started off talking. You were talking about the Willie Lynch. What was Willie Lynch's purpose?
To keep us down.
To keep
us
the
down.
divide, where you can't sit down and say, "Hey, man, okay, me and you are alike." Yeah. You understand? We're in the same boat. We can't think. We don't think that way. We think about, well, who got the better watch? Who got the better hat?
That's right.
Who got the better pair of shoes? Who got the better house?
Who got the better 2 chains?
You understand?
Right.
So what we're talking about now, what's being talked about here, because but I'm with it. Yeah. Thought process, being able to think, being able for you young people, or young fellas, to begin to think and think out the box.
Right.
Okay. See, they've had us thinking in the box so long.
Exactly.
We're pulling on, like a bunch of crabs in a barrel. Yeah. But when you start to thinking, the greatest thing that ever happened, the only thing I can agree about going to kindergarten was starting to learn to read. And you said it yourself, that you sat down and began to learn about Willie Lynch by what? Reading.
Right. And see, this strategy, what it does, it disrupts their lifestyle. Now imagine you're unemployed, right? Mm-hmm. But then I'm on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Now let's just say, you slanging, and me and this man, we all three of us, we constantly giving you money every day, right? So now you adjust your life according to the income that you're getting from us, right? So now one day I just stop, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to adjust your lifestyle based on these 2 guys' income. This man quit. Now you got to base your lifestyle on his income. Now you praying that this man don't stop, because once he stops, you done, bro. You are done. So you're gonna do everything in your power to keep that man hooked, because you done seen this man back off, right? Because brothers in the hood, if I steal my clientele from so-and-so, they gonna kill me, right?
Yeah.
Okay then.
gotta
So
get shot,
why,
man.
so explain to me why it wouldn't work. You disrupting these people's lifestyle.
It'll work.
Money
It'll
make-
work because we constantly consume.
No, okay,
we constantly
we
consume.
unconsciously consume, but right now we're conscious. We're saying, you know what?
We constantly consume. We consume all
Right.
the time. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but now we discipline. He just gave a list here.
That list right there. They might as well stop selling. They might as well
Right.
stop making.
That's just a little pressure. You know, you got NBA and NFL. That's even more pressure.
I haven't heard it. They scared. I haven't heard Tiger
It's
Woods
not
mention
about them.
Trayvon.
Why are you waiting on them?
I haven't heard
They don't want. They don't make. They gather the money.
I feel like we here, they not.
You make the money move. You make the money happen. They just gather the money.
Okay.
Okay.
Without you, there is no Tiger Woods. Without you, there is no Buccaneers. There is no New England Patriot without the patrons. You understand what I'm saying?
understand.
Without people purchasing your demo.
Exactly. Okay.
Without any fans, you just rapping.
Yep.
So in your rap, this is what you talk about. Okay? So that you
I
connect.
probably had a government on me if I rap about this, man.
What are you talking about? You're black. You're black in America.
Hey, man.
You,
Anybody who done,
you really want to know
Trayvon
the
walked
truth,
down the
boy.
street with a hood on his head. He's dead for that.
Right.
Okay? What you need to think about is how to think and begin to think. Okay? And think, as I say, out the box. Don't think in the confines that they conformed you to. There's a beyond that. And let's begin to think beyond that. You understand? Youth should be pulling together mentally. Because definitely you got a power within yourselves. But then I always speak about a greater power.
See what's going on, Prince, is that these brothers don't realize, well, this brother right here don't realize the power that he has.
Right.
And see, by people watching this show, because they're gonna watch this show and they're gonna analyze what we're saying, they're gonna say, dang, I got power like that. Jerry got power like that? Because rappers got power like that. That's why they make such a hoot. I remember rap when it first came out. I remember
was
it.
there.
I remember rap before gangster rap. Before it even came to South Central. I remember when Crips and Bloods were like, what's that? What are you listening to? You know what I'm saying? When I was listening to Run DMC. So what I'm saying is rap is the most powerful music on the planet as we speak right now. They're playing it in Saudi Arabia. They playing it in Yemen. They play it in Tanzania. They play it in France. They play it in all over the world. People rapping in different languages. So they trying to control it because they realize if once we start rapping about boycotting these corporations, they done for it. So we got to keep them rapping about the bling and going to the booty shaking
each
club
other.
and smoking weed. We got to keep them in that circle, in that box.
Yeah.
You can't let them out because you let them out, we done for it.
Yeah.
So you brothers come into the arena as rappers. This is the first stage because this is our educational process. You guys control the next generation's education. Because that's what we do. We learn through the music. And so with that being said, our power lies in our hands. So you guys made the first step by singing about Trayvon Martin. That's the first step.
Solution.
Yep, that's the first solution. Get it, being and thinking. Thinking, the solution starts here in the brain. And like I said, why you can't boycott? It's not legal. You know. And there's some benefits to it because brothers out there in the street, you know, they stop smoking weed, you know, they ain't gonna get locked, you know, they not gonna, you know, have no dirty urine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is the #1 cause of black male incarceration and females too. Oh yeah, they getting locking y'all up too.
Yeah,
For
they
the marijuana. You know what I'm saying? And let me just say this for the record. Marijuana is legal, but only in some states. That's a trap. They got deals, you know. Get them over here, get them hooked in this state, and have them come over here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna shuffle this thing around. It's just like, I don't like to use the Bible, but I'm gonna use the Bible.
Oh.
I know, I'm gonna shock the elder here.
Okay.
You know, there's a story of Bathsheba and David and Bathsheba's husband. And David said, you know what? I'm gonna send this man into battle. And once you get in the battle, pull back. Once you pull back, then they're gonna kill him. So,
Why you do that?
because he wanted the man's wife.
Right.
So what I'm saying in the future sense is let all the people smoke the weed. Let them smoke. And then when we change laws, we're going to pull them back and lock them all up. That's what we're going to do. But you know,
That's what's going on.
that's what's going on, yeah. But you got brothers, I ain't going to stop smoking weed, you know. But see, you make the argument.
That's my thing. You know.
All right, man. All right. Oh, man, what about alcohol? See, alcohol, even though it's illegal too, but I'm saying the weed is a surefire way. They look at the numbers just like we do. And they look at the high stat rate. Like, this is a surefire way to get them prisons. Now, you building these prisons, we want them filled.
I just told you, that's
We
what
want
we
them
are
filled.
populate.
So make sure you rap about the dang weed. Make sure you rap about anything that gets them into this prison system, because we need free labor here. Again, we need that wheel to make the money. Without that wheel, you can't go anywhere.
Exactly.
Prince?
So, in my solution, I add a little to it. In doing so, you talk your mind. You talk out the box. You think. You create solutions that would eliminate and set things around. But most of all, also realize that there's a power within you that you can connect with, that's orchestrating all the things that are happening with us today, awakening us to coming back to ourselves, our connection with the earth, our connection with life, our connection with brotherhood, love, and understanding, our connection with family, you know, that we've all, myself included, there has been a disconnect with. But now it's time to get back. Now it's time to think out the box, to think about we are a unit.
Right.
Okay? And you talk because you got the words, you got the mouth, you got the wittiness, okay, to promote the right things. And it don't got to be nasty. It's a subtle thought, man. Let's get together and let's join together and let's stop doing this. And you begin to see that more people will begin to come to you. And doors will begin to open, because now the man that's looking at the overall, he's saying, look, man, this is about, these jokers is talking about hurting our pocket.
That's right.
All right?
They're going to make some changes. They're not going to make that dollar fly out of their pocket.
We are not about to give up that for this idiot.
Exactly. Yeah, in fact,
For the gun.
hang George Zimmerman. We're not about to give him our dollars, boy. We're going to have to eat. I mean, he's Mexican anyway. Lynch, we're going to have to send him for it. We're going to have to do it. We don't care if his dad's Jew. We don't care if you hurting our pockets here. You know what I mean? You're not about to hurt our pockets. When it comes to capitalism, white people are like, every man for himself. Believe that. Every man for himself. Believe that. So
It's really a serious subject. I can tell you on the way up here today, my little girl 10 years old, and she heard the Trayvon song.
Right.
And I called and I said, I'm finna go up here to the TV station. She said, Daddy, do the Trayvon song. Please do the Trayvon song. My little girl 9 years old.
Mm-hmm. She feeling it.
Yep. And with that being said, we're going to close out, but I want to see y'all the next show we do. So I'm going to keep in touch with y'all. But we're going to close out with the Trayvon Martin song. We'll be back the week after next. Next week is going to be Uncle. The week after next week, we're going to run. Okay, 5 minutes. We're going to close it on out. Okay, thank you. Peace. We out. Y'all got any comment before we go?
You can follow me at DC Young Hot on Twitter, DC Young Hot 30316. The new mixtape coming out, Money on the Floor. It's Trapper vs. Rappers. And I'm on Instagram at DC Young Hot. And pretty much finna be doing some big things.
Okay. And I'm gonna go back on the, YouTube, and I'm gonna put the information. So yeah, they're gonna hear it, but they're gonna see it too. So, brother, you wanna close it out?
You know, I'm on Instagram as well, Twitter, 1017 Sosa Boy. Y'all need some beats, man. You know, all that, man. I do that every day, all day. That's what I do.
I'm with Water Oasis, and we're presently doing things, trying to encourage our people to be involved with economics and things of that nature, and working together, overcoming situations that have been dropped in our lap.
All right. And Public Enemy said, fight the power. I'm changing that to seize the power, because you have the power to stop the dollars from flowing in these fat cats' pockets. With that, we out. Peace. 6 minutes. Oh, well, 6 minutes.
And remember the creator.
Okay. The great man, Prince. Okay. For y'all Hebrew Israelites, the creator, man. You know. But
Yeah,
we're going to have
man.
to talk about that Tunisia situation.
We'll do.
Because, yeah.
Glad
You know the Muslim Brotherhood is CIA funded, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that CIA.
I didn't know that.
CIA, yeah, British intelligence, man.
I didn't know that.
Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah, Muslim Brotherhood. Think about that. That's some American, U.S. mentality made up. Muslim Brotherhood.
Okay.
Come on now. You could tell that's CIA born. That's British
That's
intelligence.
why I always say we got to consult the scriptures.
But see, that's difficult. See,
From
this is my stand.
So hold on.
Written.
Is you a Muslim?
I'm an atheist.
You're an atheist?
I'm an atheist.
What is that?
I don't believe none of that stuff. I don't believe all that stuff enslaves us.
He just walked the streets.
Well, I'm gonna side with Pop.
Hey, that's
I'm
fine.
a Christian.
That's fine. I mean, I'm all for brotherhood. I'm just saying that the way I was raised, theocracies are dangerous. You go to Saudi Arabia, they got what they call religious police, meaning they can just come to you and say, you know what, we charge you with blasphemy and witchcraft, and they will cut your head off.
What?
Based on what Allah, yeah, that's a theocracy. Meaning that you can't question Allah. Meaning they can just randomly, you know, but I mean,
But with me,
I know that's what you, but I'm saying you allow.
I try to hope that you question. See?
Right, but
When you
unfortunately,
question-
under theocracy, what you and Giddy want to do, you have people, zealots that will overpower the humble
But see,
and become, you know what I'm saying, and
when it comes
do what
to
Saudi
me,
Arabia's
see,
doing.
with me, it's like this. I got to trust in my power
You know how many women,
and know, right, that he walks with me.
you know how
Yeah,
many,
because I'm willing
you
to
know
stand
what-
up and
okay,
die for that, dog.
okay,
I'm
that-
with you, Pop.
do you know how many women trust
Oh, with you,
Allah
man.
and get killed over in Saudi Arabia?
They
I
what?
know how
They
many.
get killed. Yeah, you know, these are Muslim women.
For what?
Just being accused of being witches, being accused of heresy, just being accused, you know, just because the men don't want
Well, see,
to.
that's
I
what
heard,
they say,
I
you
heard
know,
about
Allah
it getting
says-
stoned or some
They
shit.
get stoned,
Yeah.
beheaded, they get,
Beheaded.
I mean, they, all
Yeah.
kind of
I ain't know nothing
That is
about all
why
that.
you,
That's deep,
you
man.
got to trust. That's why you don't
that's
trust.
'cause, you know,
You don't
that's
trust
over
a
there.
man's creation.
Yeah, they trying to bring it over here though. That's why they
Man,
have
we
it.
need to get some more.
2 minutes, okay. All right,
We
we
need to speak
go.
about the law,
Right.
that the Creator spoke to us at one time.
But how do I know this?
How do you know?
Yeah, how do I mean, but I have no way of verifying this.
It says
See,
meditate.
You have faith. You have faith.
Well,
Right, that's faith.
It's beyond
You
faith.
have faith that Allah wrote
Well,
that.
see, at my age, it's beyond faith. It came with a little study, a little, you know,
Okay,
putting my test to my mind.
All right.
and
I believe in this harder
right,
than
you
he do.
believe, right, you believe.
Than he do.
Right, believe,
And
but
he
you
is a
know-
believer.
Right, but a belief, you know, a belief, you don't have to have no faith or evidence.
I got faith, belief, everything in my soul.
Let me say it again.
In this.
You don't have to have no evidence. So I can just say, you know what, I believe you were practicing witchcraft. Have this man killed.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, they can do that over
That's a
there.
belief. Just no evidence. You see how important the evidence is proof
well, I'm
is?
trying to give you
Yeah,
evidence.
man, you can't do it.
Okay. You're gonna give me evidence? Okay, this is where me and
They
you.
gonna still kill you because they gonna think you a witch then.
Okay, since you got evidence, Prince. Adam and Eve, right?
Trying to convert someone.
It's not bad to me.
That
What
lets you
species
think
of
for
humans
yourself.
are
I'll join tomorrow. That doesn't have a heaven or
What
hell,
species
but
of
promotes sorrow. You mean to tell me you need someone else to tell you that slavery, rape, and murder is wrong? Arm myself with logic for dummies books, 10 under each arm. Walk in the church and start serving them all. No burning the cross, the source of Holocaust. Just make them rewrite the Bible with my verses and songs. I tend to write better songs. Where does Eddie get off? Not just yours, I mean